Today, we're diving deep into a really powerful piece of modern protest music, Utku's song Çekip Gidesim Var Buralardan. And trust me, this is way more than just a song. It's a blistering critique of society, of politics, and, that spiritual burnout so many of us can feel. We're going to unpack it layer by layer.
So the title, I Want to Get Up and Leave This Place, that's not just someone wishing for a long weekend. No, it's this heavy, deeply felt statement that really captures a collective desire to just escape a system that feels broken and honestly suffocating.
So, let's think of this song less like music and more like a diagnosis. A diagnosis of a modern condition. It's a critique with so many layers, and we're going to peel back every single one, lyric by powerful lyric.
Okay, so here's our roadmap for this journey. We're going to follow the song structure pretty closely. We'll start in the oppressive city, then move to this idea of the human soul being for sale, the desperate need for an escape, a really sharp political critique, a quick flash of hope, and then, well, the song's final, chilling verdict.
So let's start where the song starts, right in the middle of this oppressive, grim world, a place that feels a lot less like a home and way more like a prison.
The song just throws this at you from the very beginning. Big city, concrete cage. I mean, what an opening. It immediately sets this incredibly bleak tone. This isn't just about buildings and traffic. It's about the invisible walls of modern life, that feeling of being psychologically caged in.
And then, boom, the song hits you with this stark contrast. On one side, you've got the grim reality of society, hungry children sleeping. And on the other, the hypocrisy of power, parties and festivities in palaces. This isn't just clever poetry. It's the song's first real punch, aimed squarely at social and economic inequality.
So, from the physical prison of the city, the song pulls us even deeper. The critique shifts from our environment to something much more fundamental, a kind of moral and spiritual decay, a world where absolutely everything has a price tag. It kicks off with sold dreams. Just think about that for a second. The song is arguing that our deepest, most personal hopes and dreams have been packaged up and put on the open market.
And it gets even worse. It continues with three-penny hope. So now even hope itself, maybe the last thing people have to hold on to, has been completely devalued. It's been given a price tag that basically says it's worthless. The system hasn't just bought our dreams, it's made it cheap to even hope for something better.
Then comes the real gut punch. Human dignity is sold at auction. This is the ultimate indictment. The very core of what makes us human is no longer a given. It's something that can be bid on, sold to whoever pays the most. The point here is crucial. It's not just our material world that's been corrupted, but our inner world too.
You can almost feel the exhaustion in this line from the pre-chorus. It speaks to this endless cycle of lies and broken promises from the people in charge. It's this feeling of being stuck on a merry-go-round of deceit that perfectly sets up the emotional core of the song, the chorus.
And that brings us to the song's emotional center. What's so fascinating here is that the chorus isn't this big explosion of anger. It's actually a statement of deep, weary disappointment, a kind of quiet resignation.
I want to leave this place. I won't leave a farewell nor a memory. See, this isn't a rash, spur-of-the-moment decision. It feels like the only possible conclusion after a long, slow internal decay. The desire to just vanish completely, without a trace, suggests a break so total that there's nothing left to say goodbye to.
So this urge to leave, it really comes from that internal decay we've been talking about. It's driven more by disappointment than pure rage, which makes the decision feel all the more final. It's a clean, silent break from everything and everyone, and it comes with this total acceptance of the solitude that will follow.
And that leads to this incredibly powerful line, I draw my path with my own shadow. What a metaphor, right? It suggests that after being let down by the entire world, the only companion you have left is yourself. In this world, solitude has become the only true form of freedom.
Okay, let's shift gears, because this is where the song gets its sharpest teeth. The social commentary becomes explicitly political, and it takes aim at the very systems that are supposed to protect our freedom.
The lyric, "Demokrasi derler, sandıkta zincir," literally means, they call it democracy, a chain in the ballot box. The song is basically arguing that our so-called freedom is just an illusion of choice. The act of voting, which is supposed to be empowering, is framed as just another link in the chains of a corrupt system.
Wow. I mean, this might be the single most devastating line in the entire song. Ashes usually symbolize an end, yeah, but also the potential for rebirth, right? Like a phoenix. But here, the narrator realizes that even the possibility of starting over, of rebuilding, has been packaged and sold off. There's nothing left to build from. It's a moment of just absolute despair.
Just when you think it can't get any darker, the song gives us a bridge, a brief, dramatic turn, and for just a second, it offers this fragile glimpse of a possible future, of what could be.
And here you get this crushing contradiction. There's this little flicker of hope. Maybe one day I'll return to another sky, but it's immediately snuffed out by the cold, hard reality. But not here. This place is rotten. A comeback is only possible in some distant utopia, not in the broken world of the present. It's a hope that both exists and doesn't exist all at the same time.
This all brings us to the song's outro. It's the final confirmation of this feeling that's been building since the very first note. This is the final verdict.
I don't want to live among you. This is the ultimate statement of separation. It clarifies everything that came before it. Leaving is no longer just a choice or a simple escape. It has become a tragic necessity for survival, psychic and spiritual survival.
And so the final journey begins. The verdict is in. Leaving is not a choice, it's a necessity. The path ahead is described as a distant, silent, dark road. And the destination? Well, it's completely unknown. The only thing that matters is getting away from a place that is no longer a home.
You see, this song is so much more than just music. It's a mirror held up to the anxieties of our time. It's personal, it's political, it's sad, and it's furious all at once. And that really leaves us with one last lingering question to think about. When art creates such a dark and such an accurate mirror, what is it truly reflecting about the state of our own world?